everybody, welcome to Mecklenburg Matters. I'm Suzanne Stevens. For the 7th year, Mecklenburg County employees have collected coats for kids in partnership with WSOC-TV. It's a great cause, and employees delivered 90 coats to the station. Take a look.
We are collecting coats in conjunction with Steve's Coats for Kids.
I think it's a great thing. I love helping people, and I'm always encouraging anybody in our group that wants to do something that's going to help other people. I'm all for it.
Hey, it's very rewarding. It's rewarding because I know that the coats are going to a good cause. It's rewarding because I get a good feeling about my fellow employees and how generous they are. It's just always amazing to me how the employees respond to an email. All I have to do is send out an email and the coats just start arriving like magic.
We do know of several people that went out and actually bought coats to donate, which is a wonderful thing. But you don't have to do that. Just go through your closet and find something that you can't use anymore and bring it in and let somebody else get some use out of it.
I'll tell you, I know of no better partnership than Mecklenburg County and Crisis Assistance Ministry. But this coat drive just takes it to a new level. We are both in the human services poverty fighting business. But the fact is, there are children in our community today who are at the bus stop shivering. And so it gets real when an employee of Mecklenburg County stands up and says, I can do something about that. And that's what we have here.
Some families literally have to make a choice between paying an electric bill or putting a coat on their child's back. We're trying to meet that need so they don't have to make that decision anymore. And the people of Mecklenburg County have helped out year after year, and we can't thank them enough.
And a huge thanks to all the employees who participated. What a great cause. Every coat makes a difference. Hey, would you like to get involved with your county government? Well, go to mecklenburgcountync.gov and click on the MEC Connect button. This is our citizen involvement page, and it allows you to connect to volunteer opportunities. You could also apply to be on an advisory board and to share your ideas with the county. We're sincere when we say we really do want to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and now you know Mecklenburg Matters. I'm Suzanne Stevens.
Mecklenburg County Park and Recreation isn't just great parks.
Working out to stay fit.
Hitting the greens.
Exploring our county's nature preserves.
Playing for the team.
Or celebrating life's most important moments.
It's all these things and more. Visit parkandrec.com to discover the adventures waiting for you through Mecklenburg County Park and Recreation. It's the natural place to be.
Hi everyone, I'm Suzanne Stevens, and this is Mecklenburg Matters. You know, there's something magical about the Fairy House Festival at Latta Plantation Nature Preserve. Recently, thousands of kids and their parents turned the woods into an enchanted land. Once upon a time. Let's let Stephen Hutchinson take it from there.
This is the 6th annual Fairy House Festival. We run it each year in February, right around Valentine's Day, because it's the only family-friendly outdoor event this time of year. Here you go. The Fairy House Festival is done to encourage people to come out to the nature preserve at a time of year when they're normally not coming out. And we just want to show them that you can have a good time and enjoy the preserve and enjoy the outdoors this time of year, including our 16 miles of trails. Not to mention, they have an opportunity to sign up for many of the late winter and spring programs that we have, and even our summer camp programs. While they're here at the event, they can build a fairy house, they can get their face painted, they can ride ponies, they can do craft activities, and everything is free. Pony rides are $2 put on by the Latta Equestrian Center, but for the most part everything is free, and it's here for families of Mecklenburg County to come out and enjoy the preserve.
And they all lived happily ever after. The Ferry House Festival is one of the biggest events put on by your Park and Recreation Department. Now, the big dog of events is coming up on April 26th at Rural Hill. It's the 2014 Bark in the Park Top Dog Festival. Want to know more about that? Just go to parkandrec.com for all the info and enter your pooch in the Top Dog Photo Contest. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Suzanne Stevens.
Do you have questions about property revaluation? Just go to mecklenburgcountync.gov and click on the Property Revaluation button at the bottom of the page. There is a wealth of information there, including frequently asked questions. And if you still have questions or concerns, click on the Contact Us link or call us at 704-336-7600.
Hi everyone, this is Mecklenburg Matters, and I'm Suzanne Stevens. The North Carolina Army National Guard are citizen soldiers serving all of us. Well, there's a new recruiting poster out, and it features a Mecklenburg County employee from Child Support Enforcement. Our own Army veteran, Jeremy Mills, caught up with the man who was posterized to help with recruiting.
Army veteran Kelly Little now spends his days working for Mecklenburg County Child Support Enforcement.
Over at Child Support, I'm a supervisor of the Intake Locate Unit.
The retired platoon sergeant calls his 24 years of military service an asset for the county.
When some individuals have difficulty with change, the very nature of the military is constant change, and so I embrace that change. And so for me, it makes me more effective and more efficient.
It's one of the strengths he brings to this department is the work that he's done in the military and the training he's done as a negotiator and how important that is in our work.
A snapshot of Little's Army career can now be seen as the cover art for a new campaign of the North Carolina National Guard. That's Sergeant Little leading a search team outside of Baghdad, Iraq. When it comes to being a public symbol of the Guard, Little says he'll handle it like he does everything else.
Just living the Army values, integrity, honor, loyalty, all those things come into play when you think about being on that poster. You represent the United States Army National Guard. It's a lot of responsibility, it's a lot of accountability because everybody's looking at that in the state of North Carolina.
The campaign poster will be used through the year 2018. For Mecklenburg Matters, I'm Jeremy Mills.
Thanks very much, Jeremy, and thanks to all the veterans out there who have served our country. Ever wonder how to find land records or apply for a BOCC advisory council or get a business license? Hopefully you know about mecklenburgcountync.gov. You click on the How Do I button on the front page to see how to find, apply for, check, get, register, watch, report, and schedule every service in the county. It's all right there. And that's Mecklenburg Matters. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Suzanne Stevens. Suzanne Stevens, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to Mecklenburg Matters. Your county government provides a wide variety of services through many departments. At the Board of Commissioners budget retreat this year, department directors were featured in videos explaining what their departments do and a little bit about all their accomplishments. Take a look.
My name is Ebenezer Gujarlapudi, and I serve as the Director of the Land Use and Environmental Services Agency for Mecklenburg County, also known as LUISA. LUISA is primarily a regulatory agency that has 5 distinct regulatory divisions: code enforcement, water and land resources, solid waste, air quality, and a portion of environmental health. We also have a support services division that helps support the internal functions of each of the other regulatory divisions. LUISA is proud to have a very dedicated group of employees, and we are very proud of the service they provide to our citizens on a daily basis. We serve over 1 million citizens annually. That averages to about 4,000 every single day. And we are also proud of the partnerships we have with our advisory boards that are appointed by the Board of County Commissioners that help us to make sure we provide an efficient and effective service to our citizens.
My name is Marcus Plesha. I'm the new County Health Director for Mecklenburg County Health Department. One of the core things we do is environmental health type services. The health department goes out and makes sure that the food you're eating in restaurants and other eating establishments is safe to eat and that you won't get sick from it. Another really core area for public health is the health of women and children, making sure that children sort of have the best chance going forward in life that they can. And one of the real strong examples of that kind of approach is the WIC programs. Our school health programs are fantastic ways to intervene early in life and really help lead young people on a course to where they live more healthy lifestyles. Now we can treat people with HIV, we can put them into remission. We need to really make sure that's happening, but we also need to make sure we're doing things to prevent people from getting that disease in the first place. I have a real passion for community-based interventions, ways that we can get out into communities and really work on health promotion. And most of those kind of interventions focus on prevention of chronic diseases.
Hi, I'm Ken Joyner and I'm the Mecklenburg County Assessor. The Assessor's Office is charged with appraising all real and personal property in Mecklenburg County, making sure that it's fairly and equitably assessed. Right now, over the past few months, we've been working really hard with Pearson Appraisal Services on the Session Law 362. And when you look at the fact that 6 months ago the Session Law was passed, the county went out for an RFP, we hired Pearson Appraisal Services, and since then we've taken 4 reports to the board, getting ready to take the 5th one. Refund checks are in the mail. I would have to say that's probably the largest accomplishment that we've had. We've also, during the same time period, worked through the new tax and tag program as it's rolled over from the county taxation now to the county being a partner in the overall program with both DMV and the Department of Revenue.
I'm Lee Kiesler, CEO of the Charlotte Mecklenburg Library. The library is a 111-year-old institution in our community that has a very simple business model. We provide basic library services and library programs and deliver those through 4 channels into the community. There's our 20 library branch network. The second channel is our telephone channel, our outreach channel, and the newest of our channels, our digital channel. And all the programming that we do is focused around 3 strategic priorities that are aligned with county priorities, and they are early childhood literacy, educational success, and workforce development. First, I'm really proud of our employees. They went through a very difficult time in 2010, 2011. They've done a terrific job of rebounding from that and making the library stronger. We actually won a national award for how we responded to the financial crisis. We spent a year with some strategic planning, and we've set ourselves on the course so that by 2017 the library will be more relevant in our community, more engaged with our community, more accessible to the community, more digital, and more sustainable.
I'm Michael Dickerson. I'm the Director of Elections here for Mecklenburg County. We provide for the citizens of Mecklenburg County the election process, from voter registration to outfitting voting locations, to conducting the elections, canvassing the results, handling the campaign finance for the candidates. We provide all of that for the citizens of Mecklenburg County so they have a safe and open process of registering, voting, and having their outcome determined. So I'm most proud of the staff that I've got assembled here. Carrying out the early voting process. That's been enormously successful here in this county, to whereas the last presidential election, you ended up with about 62% of the voters voting early. The requirement that we purchase brand new equipment, all those things, we've some 2,200 new pieces of voting equipment that we purchased back starting in 2006. We rolled that out successfully, had folks voting on it, so that the voters of Mecklenburg County were taken care of.
I'm Joan Kennedy. I'm Director of Child Support Enforcement for Mecklenburg County. Child support enforcement is a federally mandated service, nationally and even internationally, and our services exist to provide financial and emotional support for the children on the cases that we manage. I am most proud of the support that we've gained from our leadership here in Mecklenburg County, elected and professional. And I'm equally pleased with the amount of support that we've generated with our key partners and stakeholders, the courts, Department of Social Services, community support services, the local library, and others who serve some of the customers that we share with them. It's important for a child to have both a mom and a dad in his or her life. And so to the extent that we've been able to engage fathers, let them know that we are not the enemy, we are their collaborators, their partners to help them work in the interest of their children.
I'm Jim Gargis. I'm the Director of Mecklenburg County Park and Recreation Department. Our major focus here is in terms of parks and what parks do for people, recreation programs, natural preserves, and taking care of the natural environment. And we do that through a variety of different programs and facilities, from community centers to nature preserves to over 200 different park sites, and then thousands of programs that are offered every year. We're one of the largest providers of recreational services for adults and young people with disabilities. And our Therapeutic Recreation Division is absolutely outstanding. Probably, I think, arguably one of the best in the country. I'm really most proud of the staff that we have and the work that they've done. When we do our customer surveys, satisfaction surveys, or the county does them, satisfaction with park and recreation services is in the 90 percentile all the time. So people appreciate what we do and recognize the importance of it.
I'm Dr. Michael Sullivan, and I'm the Director of the Medical Examiner's Office. We look into deaths of certain categories. They include deaths due to violence or trauma, and also a category of sudden death of unclear cause. What we do is gather information, a lot of medical information, and oftentimes a lot of information from law enforcement agencies and EMS agencies. And we put that together with examinations that we do. Frequently the examinations are autopsy exams. And we come to certain diagnoses and conclusions about what's called a cause of death. These findings are very helpful to the families of the decedents, to the medical community, obviously to the insurance industry, very helpful to law enforcement and to the justice system. I'm very proud of the staff that we've assembled here. They're very good people with some unique skill sets, and they do a very good job under frequently difficult circumstances. And I'm particularly proud of the fact that the county's been able to recruit and retain capable forensic pathologists.
I'm Chip Bailey. I'm the sheriff for Mecklenburg County. Our primary responsibilities are operating the largest jail facility in the Carolinas. We process over 40,000 arrestees over a year period. We provide security for a courthouse that has over 1 million visitors each year. We process requests for purchase permits, and we also monitor roughly 900 sex offenders. My philosophy is building character, not jails. And through that, we offer inmate programs designed to break cycles of addiction, to educate, and to train so that when the inmates' time in our facilities are up, when they're released back into the community, they have improved their educational ability, their literacy, they are off of their drugs, or they're breaking the cycles of addiction, and they're more marketable in the community.
I'm Wanda Reeves, Director of Financial Services for Mecklenburg County. Financial Services is a support department for the departments in the county that actually provide service to the residents. We pay the bills. We're accountable for the fiscal operations of the county. We pay the vendors and we pay our employees, and that's really important that we make sure that those processes happen so the departments can provide the services that they are expected to provide. We actually have a AAA rating, which is the highest rating from all 3 rating agencies. And our sound fiscal policies and conservative fiscal operations are how we help to manage that. That AAA rating allows us to get lower interest rates when we do have a bond sale. Our department is really good at doing what we do. We pay bills very well. We pay our employees. We do a bi-weekly payroll and everybody gets paid on time 99.9% of the time.
My name is Connie Mealy, and I'm the director of the Provided Services Organization. The Provided Services Organization actually came into being in 2005 when Erie Mental Health was split into 2 entities, the local management entity and the Provided Services Organization. We are the arm of mental health that still provides mental health, substance abuse, and developmental disability services. And we do that through our Children's Developmental Services Agency, through our Trauma and Criminal Justice Division, as well as our Substance Abuse Services agencies. I think I'm most proud of the staff that we have that provide the services to our consumers. We treat, in many of our programs, the neediest, most fragile consumers in the community, and it's a tough job, and our staff do it day in and day out with enthusiasm, passion, and really trying to make a difference in everybody's life to help them become the best that they can be. We all believe that everybody wants to be somebody, and we want to help them attain that goal, whatever that is.
I'm John Allen. I'm the county's Economic Development Director. The Economic Development Office, with a staff of 2, works with our partners to provide job opportunities for Mecklenburg County residents, to increase the county's tax base, and to provide opportunities for women and minority-owned small businesses in the county, such as the recent construction of Romare Bearden Park. I'm most proud of the fact that we've achieved board approval for over 30 incentive grants, which has lowered the county's unemployment rate to approximately 7% from over 12% during the height of the recession. Companies that have relocated here or expanded include Siemens, Electrolux, Chiquita International, and MetLife. Those 4 companies have created several thousand new jobs by themselves, and overall employment in the county has increased by approximately 60,000 jobs over the last 5 years or so.
I'm Joanne Whitmore, Director of Internal Audit for Mecklenburg County. Internal audit can increase public's trust of the county in general because we are an independent, objective assurance function. We are going with no hidden agenda. We aren't part of any department. We are using our standards to approach with a logical and open-eyed approach to look at our risk environment and identify those areas for improvement. And then we speak and report on that objectively and confidently. And those reports can be viewed on the internet by any citizen that wishes to read them. There are a lot of things for us to be proud of. We have 9 staff, including myself, that come from varied backgrounds and have 17 different professional designations and certificates. And we've been able to implement quite a bit since I've come here in 2010. We have an anti-fraud program, including this year an annual fraud awareness training. And we have data mining software that can be used for more effective audit investigations.
My name is Joe Penner, and I'm the Executive Director for MEDIC, the Mecklenburg EMS Agency. Our agency responds to the patients when they need the response, so we have to be ready in advance, and that includes everything from recruiting and training the best possible people to do the EMS care, but also the dispatch, the preparation, the fleet maintenance, the training, the education, the medical control, all of the aspects of being ready to serve patients. For heart attack victims, where time to treatment is everything, MEDIC is among the fastest in the entire country at diagnosing the blockage, transporting the patient to the hospital directly to the cath lab for treatment where the patient's heart attack is resolved. What the citizens of Mecklenburg County need to know is that they're in wonderful hands. when they have an emergency and they dial 911, medic will be there in their time of need.
I'm Stacy Lowry. I'm the Director of Community Support Services. This is a human service department that was created in order to maximize partnerships and collaborative opportunities on behalf of customers and several established human service programs. Community Support Services has 3 divisions. Homeless Services, which provides outreach, assessment, and case management. And then we have the Veteran Service Office. They assist military veterans and their families access benefits from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Lastly, we have the Women's Commission. They serve both adult and teen victims of domestic violence, offenders, and child witnesses by providing individual and group counseling, safety planning, and case management. Community Support Services basically stepped up several years ago and helped create the first domestic violence, fatality, and prevention team. What we're doing is we're doing our best work to end homelessness by providing supportive services because of the collaborations with the City of Charlotte, the Charlotte Housing Authority, and the Foundation for the Carolinas.
I'm Peggy Egan. I'm the Director of the Department of Social Services. The Department of Social Services provides all kinds of services for our most needy neighbors, from food stamps and Medicaid and Work First and economic services to services for adults that include protective services for adults, for homebound meals and congregate food for the elderly. And of course we have youth and family services that works with children who are at risk. And then finally we provide all kinds of community services through our Community Resource Division. I think the thing that we're most proud of is that we continue to provide excellent services even though we've seen in some cases a 73% increase in requests for services at the very same time that we have taken about a 10% hit on the number of people delivering services. We've lost 116 positions since 2009, and yet the demand for services continues to increase.
Hello, I am Carol Hill-Williams, Assistant Register of Deeds. Our main objective is to preserve and maintain all of the legal documents that are recorded in this office. We file certain documents such as deeds of trust. We maintain military records. We also issue birth and death certificates, and in addition, we provide marriage licenses. And we also administer oath to notaries. Well, the most important accomplishment that we've achieved is our current renovation project. We are very proud of that. This has been on our list of things to do since the Register has entered office. We are currently in the process of finalizing the project, as you can see. The most important feature of the project is to provide security to the records and to our staff. We also want to provide a user-friendly environment for our customers who utilize this office.
You may not have realized it, but there is quite a lot that your county does. We couldn't even feature all the departments this month. Would you like to know more about a specific department? Well, go to mecklenburgcountync.gov and click on Departments. Each department has a web page with information on what they do and how to access services or report your concerns. And if you don't have internet access, you can use your phone and call 311. Thanks for watching. I'm Suzanne Stevens, and this is Mecklenburg Matters.